What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis video. Okay guys, next thing we're going to talk about today is going to be two things actually. Number one, there's a brand new event that's going to be dropping very soon. In the next 9 hours, we're getting our first ever Beach Festival Fun Reward event, and that is going to be in the notices section here. So if you take a look here, new event is dropping. You can see here it's coming soon, essentially starting today, and it's a Costa del Sol, which is amazing because we haven't seen that in this game at all, and it's actually one of the coolest places. Kind of wish I was there right now, to be honest. It's freaking gloomy as hell where I'm at. Anyways, is bustling with people gathering to bask in the summer heat. Attracted by this heat, a watermelon tonberry has invaded the beach festival. The event's going to last for quite some time, to be honest, so I'm curious to see how this exchange is going to work. But essentially, you get yourself an event-exclusive seasonal story, some clear events. Every time you complete a quest, you acquire exchangeable items such as huge mega watermelon and lifesaver, and they can be exchanged for luxurious items. One of the items being a beach parasol here for Zach, which is probably going to be limited time gear for him, and then there's other going to be limited gear weapons, character specific weapon parts, and memories as well too. In order to get this going, guys, you do have to at least clear main section chapter 1 section 3 of the first story. Pretty easy to do. So if you're brand new jumping in, you should be focused on story mode anyways. Besides, I owe you guys a player's guide, a beginner's player guide. I'll be doing that as well. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is going to be some other solo content here. I've done an enhancement quest one for you guys for training quests in terms of how to gain the best amount of EXP. The next thing I want to talk about now is summon quests. This is going to be a big one. So eventually, when you progress through the storyline, you're going to unlock Trial of the Summons, unlock bind missions, and obtain summon memories. Now, the cool thing here is this is going to be like pretty much a summon fight like any other Final Fantasy. And currently, you have Shiva, you have Ifrit, and Ramoa. And the cool thing here is you can see here you have to clear the normal mode to unlock that. So I'll have to do that anyways. But I'll go through each one with you guys so you guys can kind of see how it works. So the first trial of Ifrit is normal. It does give you the opportunity to get yourself right over here, the Ifrit summon. So, and then you get yourself the common drops, which are going to be a purple sword here for Zack, which is called the Ifrit sword, and it's going to be a fire damage sword. And then you also get an axe for Glenn called Inferno Grave, and also does magic damage. Now, and you're all going to get some shards too. Now, this helps you through the Ifrit summon stream, which I'm going to show you guys shortly as well when I'm done. I haven't started it, but I wanted to wait for this video specifically to do it. Obviously here everyone's going to be weak to ice, equip ice, and these sigils here are going to be the ones that you want to use towards stopping him from doing it. And then the rewards, as mentioned before, you get yourself the Ifrit summon stream, which you can open up, some extra rewards there if you get if you get S. You get yourself some of these swords, only in purple section. As you can see here, as it gets harder and harder, you'll have the opportunity to get yourself a 5-star version of the weapons as well too, and more drops and drops and drops. So how does this fight work? Let's go through it and I'll show you guys. So this is I'll show you the beginner's fight. Obviously, you guys can just kind of take a look. I have 74k right now in terms of power. I think everything's okay here. I don't really just check something real quick. Yeah, we're okay. We got level 3 here. Everything limit breaks. We're fine. Yep, we're good. Okay, so I want to check something on Aerith. Okay, so I'm gonna do. I'll do the ×4 stamina use, and you guys can see how this fight goes. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna use auto, kind of explain how the fight goes. Ifrit's main thing is he has something called an ignition bar, and you want to make sure you cast ice to drop the ignition, because the higher the ignition gets, as soon as it reaches the max, it's gonna pretty much be game over for you. So I'll slow this down. You guys can kind of watch it. These units are fairly straightforward to kill, obviously. You just have to use some ice on them. They're very weak against them. So Blizzard Blow is nice for Cloud. Using any sort of Blizzard or Blizzera will work very well against these opponents. Sometimes you'll have the opportunity to have these guys blow up. So just make sure your power level is high enough to kill these, because it is annoying. And if it also, his charge hits really, really hard. So my recommendation is try to build roughly about 50 to 55k to do this fight, and bring a strong healer, and especially a healer that can also help you with defending. See the burst, that's what I was talking about there. A healer that can also do like saving grace, for example, or something, right? Hey, look, it's a golden cactuar. So the reason why you want to do that is when he does his charge, he hits really, really hard, and you don't want to get yourself in a predicament where you get one shot and then you lose a lot of DPS. Like, you need everyone alive for this fight specifically. So I'll show you guys how the mechanics work, okay? So, and then we'll do Shiva as well too. And I haven't done her yet, so I'm not sure how her mechanics works, but we'll read it together and we'll try it out. I'm gonna probably start with Ifrit's stream in terms of the summons. It's the easiest one, but I'll show you what they all entail and what you need to do in order to use them. So this is what I'm talking about. See the ignition up there? So every time it goes up and up and up and up. So you need to cast Blizzard Blow. See, look, every time you cast any form of fire magic or anything like that, it'll do it. But every time you cast any type of weaken, like frost, or not frost, sorry, blizzard. I said frost for some reason. Every time you do blizzard blow, any type of like blizzard or blizzera, like you're gonna drop it down quite drastically, and you want to make sure that it stays as low as possible. Okay, and that's why it has that icon right there. As now he's gonna do his charge. Okay, if he gets it off, even I'll show you. I mean, it does do pretty significant damage. He will get it off for sure. It does do fairly significant damage, but try to get this down to 0. And then go from there, okay? So we'll see it shortly, and I'll go ahead and do my limits after. Just heal up after with using Healing Wind. So there's a charge. See, like 892 is not bad for me, but before when I was at lower level, that thing one-shot me. It was like 1,000 something damage. It was a lot higher. So here we'll do the limits in a second, okay? Okay, this you want to obviously get rid of as well. Don't want to deal with this. Here, I'll just do this real quick. So I think we might be able to maybe finish him off here. I kind of wish I had Seal Evil on instead of this. That would have been way more damage rather than no damage. Don't even need a healer for this. Her Kurega is more than enough. There we go. Okay, let's finish this off before he gets it. There you go. You don't want that to go off. If you get Incinerate to go off, you're done. It's pretty much game over. So there's that fight. You guys can see here now the drops that happen. Okay, there's S ranking. And now you'll see here the drops. And it's actually not bad EXP either, to be honest with you. So it's not the worst thing. You do want to start farming these streams here. There's a couple of 3 stars. There's a 4-star. And some there's the enemy for the golden cactuar. Obviously, you get 15,000 gold if you do, I believe, the times 4 thing. So there you go. Ifrit's done. So we'll try to do Shiva now, okay, and see how we do here in regards to her fight. Now she's obviously a lot harder in terms of where you need to go with her. And actually, before we do this, let me go back. We can read up on what she does, so you guys have a better understanding of how these summons work and how to deal with them, right? Okay, so we got a couple enemies here, all frost related. Enemy information. So this is uses many ice element magic attacks, fire resistant changes based on force gauge, ice age. This gauge can only be depleted with fire elemental. So exact same process, guys. So you're probably gonna see diamond dust most likely, and here's all the drops you can get here. So you got a Barret ice weapon and a cloud ice weapon. So this is what it's called, Shiva's blade, and then you have Shiva cannon. Okay, so those are gonna be nice to have as well, obviously, and then the 5-star versions will drop as you go along here, right? So these are already unlocked, by the way, in regards to like the stream. You can do them. So once this fight is over, I'll go back and show you guys how the stream looks and how to handle that. Okay, so first off, we do need to equip some form of fire here. So let's take away cure and put in, let's see what my best fire move is. Let's put the filter on. Let's do all, and we'll do fire. So do I have fire blow? I know fire there. Looks like fire is my favorite. I don't want, yeah, there's fire blow. Okay, perfect. So I can do this. Here, I'm gonna put this on for now. This is blizzard blow. We don't clearly we don't need that. So we'll remove that for something else. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna lose one of these potencies anyways. It's inevitable, but we'll do that for now. Let's see what we have here. So we can take out Blizzera here and put in fire 2. Oh, just have fire here, I think, right? Yeah, fire level 2. And then here we'll do the same thing where thunder can stay. Doesn't really matter if it stays or not. This we're gonna switch over to fire as well. And I mean, whatever, we can. Barret doesn't really need this. Let's just take the filter off for a sec. Filter off. He needs some sort of a blow, but honestly, like, because of what we're fighting here, water is really not going to matter there. We could give him Cura just to be safe. I think it's Quake. No, where's my Cure? whatever. We'll give him that. I know again it doesn't match up to this, which sucks, but we're really looking for elemental damage here, not necessarily damage from physical abilities, right? So okay, so we'll try this out. Now, obviously, Ifrit's weapons that you get from Ifrit for Glenn and Zach would have really helped here. Like that's the idea, right? You kind of interchangeably go back and forth between them. So when you get Clouds and Barrett's weapons from Shiva, you can go back and do the harder Ifrit modes, and the elemental advantage is there both ways, right? So that's kind of the purpose here. So we'll speed this up through the battle. You guys can kind of see how this works. Now these enemies are obviously a lot harder than the last fight because it was 40 AK versus now like it's 60 something. So again, this probably attempt you could probably do at 68 to about 72, depending on what you have for materia and what you have for weapons. So let's get this out of the way here. I probably should have given Fyra to Barrett instead from Cloud. But that's okay. Just because I think Fire Blow is pretty good for Cloud here. Even if it's a level 1, I got to actually get that up and rank it up. There's all the blow stuff you guys should 100% get up, by the way. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. Alright, there's the Queen. Oh, such a good iteration of her too. This looks like the Final Fantasy... There's a Final Fantasy 16 version, maybe. I mean, it does look like the Final Fantasy 7 version for sure, but it also reminds me of the Final Fantasy 16 version. Heavenly Strike. This is going to be probably single target. Yep, here it is. Big ice. Boom. Okay. This looks like Confuse Me. Is that what that is? Okay, so we're going to hold off here for a second. We're going to do this just to max out the damage. Remember, when you do your limit breaks, subsequently, like every single one that you do one after another, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Like this one did 1.1% damage. I think the next two 1.25%, and this one's going to do more here now. So make sure you put your best DPS one at the bottom so it gets the 1.25% advantage, okay? So make sure you obviously get rid of this rune. Oh, we're not going to. It's going to do having double cast of Heavenly Strike. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this down. I forgot to put the sigil on. Yeah, we're not going to get this out. Oh, this is going to hurt, man. Who's getting it? Oh, Barrett. Is it actually a double cast? It is a... Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I thought it was actually a double cast. I guess it's just more damage. Okay, we got her stunned. Yo, Shiva's actually a pretty fun fight. Okay. Let's finish this off right now. Not enough, obviously, but hopefully we can get her down. Just getting a lot of weaknesses. I don't know if you guys can tell that, obviously, there. Here, we'll do this quick. Hopefully Grenade Bomb can finish it off. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so initial one, that's what we get. Fairly straightforward. If you do times 3, you get, obviously, or times 4, you get better chances of getting the drops, right? Okay, there we go, Trial of Ramo. Ramoa, let's go, let's see if Ramoa is available now. What's his power at? So a lot higher, 90, okay? And you get Aerith and Lucia's. So this is, what is this exactly? A staff. So lightning damage staff. Okay, so there you guys go. We'll do those two because I know obviously I can do those. The other ones are going to be a lot harder. Now, in terms of the stream, if we go here to the summons, now you get to choose one of these summons that you want to actually go towards. So if you go here, like it'll tell you exactly what you need. So if I go Unbound, if I switch it, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do in order to take advantage of using her Whiteout or Diamond Dust moves, right? For summons. If you decide to go with Ifrit, for example, it only requires just delivering this. So if we begin this one, so I'll start now, right? Just because, again, it's easier to do it this way. You can deliver there, and then you can see you're done right away. Okay, so bind, and now you get yourself Ifrit as a summon that you can equip. Okay, so obtain one summon by clear missions, and then from there, Radiant Plume is now active. You guys can see what it does here. 1,000 physical / magic damage to a single target. Hellfire is available eventually when you clear the Ifrit Very Hard mode, and raise Radiant Plume to level 5. Consume 1,500 stamina and solo content, etc. So it's worthwhile activating this, guys, before you start farming like crazy, because a lot of these things will be required to complete it anyways, right? So make sure you actually start doing this, okay? So activate that as well. There you go. Now you can activate and move on. And then from here, you can just push to whatever you can from a fragment perspective. Okay, so you just push. Let's see what we get here. We can go all the way up to here. I'm going to have to get Radiant Plume leveled up anyways. So let's see, can I go there? No, so one below that. There you go. All right, and that's how it works. So you're going to keep doing the same. It's the same as stat stream, right? Except it's for your summon, and you keep going up there, and eventually you move up to the next section, and you keep going there. Now you can see what the nodes do. Charge speed is 0.5%, potency is 5.5%, and Ifrit can be summoned from that section. If you go to, actually, let me go back here. Read this right here real quick with me. So summons can be bound by completing the respective pack missions and enhanced by unlocking their nodes. Completion of the corresponding unlock missions awards new abilities. Okay, and that's what we're just talking about: Radiant Plume versus Hellfire, right? So those are essentially the ways you want to unlock this. Only one packed and unlock mission across all summons can be attempted at once. So remember that, and there's a cooldown to go back. Missions can also be viewed from the stream missions in the menu section, which a lot of people actually don't even look at. All right, guys, so now the question is going to be, how do you equip yourself the summon? So what you end up doing is you take away the limit break here that you don't want, right? So you can click on there, you can switch the limit break, or you can switch it over to the summon that you're looking for. So if you want to use, for example, if you don't need a healer for, let's say, Aerith, right? Let's say her Kiraga is good enough on her Fairy Tail, just switch it up. So take this away. You can either give her Seal Evil, or you can go to summons and equip this instead and let her use the summon rather than the limit break. All right, guys, Pain, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions and concerns, and we can put them in the comment section. I'm more than happy to answer questions. I'll see you guys in the next one.